Assalamu'alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope you're good. Well, again with me, my name is Nurhidayat. I'm from B class of English Department of State Islamic Institute of Madura. Well, in this lesson, I will explain for you about conjunction and expression of comparison. But first, I will explain about conjunction. Definition of conjunction is a word that has function to connect words, phrase, and clauses. There are three kinds of conjunction, namely coordinating conjunction, subordinating conjunction, and correlative conjunction. Number one, coordinating conjunction. Coordinating conjunction is conjunction to connect words, phrases, and independent clauses. And the example of coordinating conjunction, we can abbreviate it by variables like for and, nor, boy, but, or, yet, and. So, for example, I go to school for I want to get knowledge for lecture. I love you, yet I hate you. And difference between for and because, if we want to use for, there is comma before it. And the difference between yet and but, there is comma if we want to use yet. Okay, next about subordinating conjunction. Subordinating conjunction is conjunction to connect main clause or independent clause and subclause or dependent clauses. For example, like because, if, unless, since, how, where, although, though, so that, in order that, and etc. For example, I go to school because I'm sick. If you get bad score, I will quit our love relationship, and etc. Next, correlative conjunction. Correlative conjunction is conjunction to connect equal grammatical structure, like word, phrase, and clauses. For example, either blah 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 or blah blah blah. Not only blah blah blah, but also blah blah blah. Neither blah 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 nor blah blah blah. But both blah 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 and blah blah blah. As blah blah blah, as blah blah blah, and the more blah blah blah, the more blah blah blah. For example, either I or Sarah read a book at library. Neither I nor Sheila studied last night. But I and Sheila go to campus today. Go to campus every day. The more harder you study, the more you will get good score. Okay, next about expression of comparison. This expression to describe the relationship between different of entities, object, or etc. There are three kinds of expression of comparison, namely positive comparison, comparative, and superlative. Number one, positive comparison. Positive comparison is comparison to compare one thing and other thing that has similar structure, or to indicate that two things are similar. Next, about the formula of positive comparison is number one, S plus adjective plus S, or S plus adverb plus S. For example, Ivan is as handsome as Alian Sharif. Next, Ivan does his math tasks as easy as geography. Next, about comparative. Comparative to compare two things that has different character, or to indicate that two things are different. The formula of comparative: number one, adjective plus er less than for one syllable, like hard, good, nice, and etc. For example, math is harder than geography. Next, the formula is more or less plus adjective less than for the more one syllable, like handsome, beautiful, clever, and etc. For example, Ivan is more handsome than Yoko, and etc. Next, if the adjective consists one syllable and ends in e letter, so we can add directly or. For example, nice become nicer, fine become finer, and etc. Next, if the adjective consists one vowel plus one consonant, we should be double the last consonant. For example, like big become bigger, thin thinner, hot hotter, and etc. Next, irregular form. Not only adjective, we can directly add more or er. For example, like bad, not more bad or better, but become worse. Next, good become better, and etc. Next, if the adjective consists two syllable and ends in by e letter, so we should replace e letter and become I letter, like easy. So we omit y and replace by I letter. Easy become easier, happy become happier, and etc. Next, superlative. Superlative to compare one thing and one thing in a group. The formula of superlative: number one, adjective plus ESD plus it or of for one syllable. For example, Burj Khalifa is tallest tower in the world. Next, the plus more or less plus adjective plus in or of for more one syllable. For example, Ivan is the most handsome in the class. Sela is the most clever of all, and etc. Next, if the adjective ends in and if the adjective consists one syllable and ends in by e letter, so we can directly add ESD form directly. Like for example, nice become nicest, fine become finest, and etc. If the adjective consists one syllable and ends in one vowel plus one consonant, so we should double the last consonant. For example, big become bigger, big become biggest, thin become thinnest, hot become hottest, and etc. Next, irregular form. Not all adjective we can directly add the most or the less or ESD form as like comparative. For example, like bad, not the most bad or baddest, not. Because incorrect, the right is worse, good become best, and etc. If the adjective consists two syllables and ends in e letters, so we replace e letter become I letter. For example, easy become easiest, happy happiest, and etc. Next, usage for of only for plural noun or plural object for plural thing, while in only for singular noun. For example, Sarah is the most beautiful of all students in her class, because students are plural, so we should use of. But if the object is or if the object or thing is singular, we should use by in form and etc. Well, I think that's all my explanation about conjunction and expression of comparison. And I want to say sorry if there are any words. Thank you. Wassalamu'alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.